What's going on, Joe fans? Mr. 1013 here, and we're here with another episode of our sub team G.I. Joe Classified series, and this is episode number 4. We've already tackled the Tiger Force, the Night Force, the Python Patrol, and now we are on to the Iron Grenadiers. And here's the quick overview as we see on the slide. Iron Grenadiers are Destro's elite ground forces, the backbone of his personal army of the same name. Lured from the world's finest military institutions by the promise of wealth and power, Destro delivers both to those skilled enough and greedy enough to make the cut. The Iron Grenadiers are handpicked from Destro's personal bodyguards for their endurance, tenacity, and pure meanness. They are the key to the expansion of the armament business that Destro governs and the spearhead of his incursions into the new territory. So there's just a quick glimpse of a quick overview of the Iron Grenadiers and what they're about. So let's get right into these slides, shall we? So again, these are we go over these to see which sub teams have made it into classified and what figures out of these sub teams have made it into classified. And the first up, we have the Iron Grenadier himself, the elite trooper. And as you can see, we have a couple differences here. Amazing update to the figure, of course. But as you can see, there's a couple different things we got going on with this guy. So we have the Iron Grenadier Classified, which was released in 2024, and the original was released in 1988. He had the trench coat on here. You know what I'm saying? This looks really good on this figure. And as we look through the rest of the figures and down through the slideshow, we'll see where this inspiration from this look came from. But again, as you can tell, we have a little difference here. We have a Iron Grenadier with like the suit jacket, giving them, in my opinion, more of a higher tier soldier in the rankings for Iron Grenadiers. In the original, we have an all black outfit. And I definitely want to get this figure though. I definitely want to get this figure, man. Just so we can have the differences in the patrolmen or the troopers. So you have an all black here, no trench coat, red piping around here. We have some gold hits, red knee pads, just more of a shirt. You know what I'm saying, with the same kind of belt or strap going across the chest right here, as we can see right here. So there are definitely some touches, but some upgrades to this figure. But overall, you still definitely get the Iron Grenadier look from the past. So again, this was a very nice update, but I wish we would have also gotten this figure, and we probably still can get the original figure with more of an original look. Now, this could be one of the retro cards. You know what I'm saying? We could get the Iron Grenadier in a retro card for the actual retro figure. So let's not, rule that out just yet. And of course, here's the file card if you definitely want to tap into it and look at it on the screen. And the Iron Grenadier also came with, before we get the in-hand look of the figure, we'll see what all the accessories he came with for classified. So moving on to the next slide, we get, this is what Iron Grenadier came with. So he came with some nice weaponry, some nice black and gold weaponry, some nice black and red as well. So we get a nice heavy right here with a red drum with the bipods over here, a nice assault rifle right here. Of course, Iron Grenadier wouldn't be Iron Grenadier without the sword and scabbard, so this looks really good as well. Picture here is with the helmet. He also came with a pistol, and he also came with like a laser pistol here with a nice sight on there as well. And again, a very nice looking figure. And let's take an in-hand look at him just so you can see how he officially turned out. So here's the look of the Iron Grenadier. As you can see in the last slide, that all the accessories that he came with. Again, this is just like a quick look at in-hand of the Iron Grenadier. I mean, the paint apps were done very nice on here. The details and the gold buckles and everything were done really well. Even the skull, let me see if I can get a good shot of it. Even the skull detail on the shoulder harness going across, that looks really good. The nice red metallic paint on the face mask, on the visor looks really clean. Buttons, paint apps, and everything were very nice on this guy, and a lot of detail on the back as well, with the holsters back on the back here. And again, we have a soft plastic or softer plastic for the trench coat coming down at the bottom. And this was one piece, or is one piece. We had pinless joints on this figure as well. We have the nice Iron Grenadier, nice clean logo right here. And again, overall, beautifully done figure. And again, we can probably see the nice gold buckle hit right there with the nice shinier paint. Give it a kind of like that patent leather. So we got a nice hit of patent leather and like a flat charcoal gray hits on the trench coat. So that gives some nice separation from just an all black paint or all dark gray paint. So that is very nice touch as well. And I'm still looking. Again, I'm just figures actually like really dope. And you get the nice hits of gold on the collar as well. Beautiful figure. And again, we could get the original Iron Grenadier on a retro card back, but there's a look at Iron Grenadier in hand. And we're going to move back to the slide. So on to the next figure that we got as a classified Iron Grenadier, and this was a new addition. So this was this is the bat, the Iron Grenadier bat, and this was his first time being in the Iron Grenadier line. There was no original figure in the like O-ring fashion for the bat. Not too far off from the original paint colorway because we had the yellow, black, and red, but now we just got the gold hits on here, and they added the new head sculpt over here as well, which looks really good. We also got this with the winter bat as well, and here it also comes with the original bat helmet. I almost wish this was gold. You know what I'm saying? That would be a nice touch if the visor was actually gold. But as you can see, this bat came with all the standard stuff that the past bats came with. We got them classified, the different arm attachments here, the blowtorch, the drill, the clap, the backpack that holsters both of these. We also have a buzzsaw right here. Nice pistol as well, gold trimming on there. And this is the cover. So we have a damaged cover right here, and this was like the solid cover if you didn't want a battle damaged bat chest plate right there. And as you can see under there, you can see through, and you can see like the compartments up under there. But this was the first time that the bat was in there, and I think with that mold, they just threw the bat everywhere. They threw the bat in Python Patrol, they threw the bat under the snow, the Arctic build, they threw them in the Iron Grenadier, they threw a Crimson bat. So it's just like they just like, all right, we got the mold, let's just make them. Everybody likes a true build, so let's just throw them in and everywhere. Let's get a closer look in hand just so we can see how those paint apps and everything look on there. And here's a close look, in-hand look at the bat. And again, a very nice job. I love the metallic gold that they got on here. It really shines, really looks good. The black looks beautiful on here. I just love the way the colors just really pop. Iron Grenadier colorway are perfect, are really good. The red looks really good. A little bit of paint issues down there, right up at the boot. Let me see if I can get a better. Yeah, right there at the boot. But again, we got some nice gold hits down here. The gold paint is laying on top of that black very well. Again, here's that chest piece. As you can see, we got a red metallic paint under there as well. Clear chest piece. Head sculpt looks beautiful. Very nicely done. That gold metallic paint on there. And I love when they do the gold metallic paints versus the plastic that's supposed to resemble the metallic. It's just a better quality for me. Again, taking a look at the back, you do get the Iron Grenadier logo right there on the arm. There we go. And then on the back, you get a nice little gold piece of the robotics back here. Nice detailing. But I mean, it's a bat, you know what I'm saying? So if you love the bat figures just in different colorways, and again, it looks beautiful as true builders, then definitely add them. And I'm looking at his belt, it's like his belt is sinking in there. So it's really snug right here. So it posted, there we go. Just wanted to move that out the way. Beautiful figure. And again, I love the Iron Grenadier. Those were one of my favorite, one of my favorite. Not the best, but one of my favorite sub teams from back in the day, just for getting colorways, and they look beautiful on the shelf together. So going back to the slideshow, we're going to move on to the next figure. And the next figure that we have is Metalhead. Now, Metalhead, this was a deluxe figure, as we'll see with some of everything that he came with, all his accessories and everything. But they did a great job with the update here. More of a black on the, not more, but black on the original figure, but you have more of like a charcoal gray or light gray. Not even light. Well, we have hits of light gray and like a gray on here. I love that they added like the blast This is supposed to, like, instead of like a regular turtleneck, they added like a blast shield around his neck. You got these nice little details. It says Cold Slither. Is that what it says up there? I think so. Cold Slither. Then has the X's, the tally marks here. We added some pouches onto his vest. Now on these, this is where you can have like the missile. Metalhead is just a wild character if you think about it. I mean, you got missiles coming from the side of his head, on the side of his body. He's just like a walking, just if somebody hit him, he's out of here. But these pegs for the classified, they attach here as well. The black and red boots, you got the black and red boots here. You got the teardrop, nice added tattoo. Got the nice goatee right here. Hair is scraggly, just like here, instead of slick back. We had limited stuff back in the day, so it's kind of all slick back here, but you actually got some wild flying hair here. And he also came with other head sculpts, and we'll look at that right now. Of course, Metalhead and his file card, if you want to take a look at that, originally released in 1990, and the classified release was 2024. So let's take a look at all his accessories. So I really like what they did with this guy, man. They made his missiles like one whole gadget, like one piece that attaches to his back. The hoses come around the side, attaches on each side of the leg here, and these arms are articulated, and it can move up and down from around his shoulders, which looks really good. I have mine, of course. He came with two different hair sculpts, not head sculpts. So you can remove the hair off of Metalhead, and then you can replace it with the goggles, which is mine. That's how I have mine displayed with the, with the goggles on and everything. But then you also have this one as well, this helmet that they added on there. He comes with all the rockets and all the smoke effects and everything. He also comes with a rifle and a submachine gun, almost like a pulse or laser style submachine gun here, a knife. And again, I got mine with the original headpiece to make him closer to the original. And we'll take a look at him in hand right now. And here is Metalhead. As you can see, like I stated, I got him with the headpiece to make him look as close to the original as possible. And in these shots, he's just a solid figure. Very nicely done. I wish these were of course we want to pose them with the Metalhead with the equipment on, but these just protrude out. If you don't, I don't see why you wouldn't, but if you don't have Metalhead, rocking his signature rockets, then these will just be posted out. They are attached to the leg piece. They are attached to the leg pieces here. But again, beautiful figure, man. The red pops, and we get a look at the back so you can see where everything can peg in right here. We got some nice hits of like some energy levels on the back here. Some nice hits of silver metallic paint down the spinal cord. Very nice detail they added there. Think they did an amazing job with the update for the figure. And again, we got some nice detailing on this collar piece here. That's a part of the vest. And I like that the fact they added like some digital information across the visor as well. Articulation is pretty solid. Pinless elbows and knees, double joints. Metalhead. Another great figure added in the classified line. So we'll move on to the next. In the next, we have another one of the tier, Destro's cousin, I believe. Yep, Darkon is the distant cousin of Destro. And as you can see, Darkon came with the Evader. So he actually came with, and we can do some comparisons of the figure right here. A lot of the Iron Grenadier figures came with vehicles, and we'll look at those next. But he came with the Evader. Will this ever come out in the classified line? Probably not. I don't think there's enough hype for this, for this particular figure for it to come out. That's why I think he just got released solo and not a part of anything like that. But just comparing, I think this is a great update they added. The mask looks beautiful. I love that. We got the green shirt, of course, wild colors, but I like the way they did the pants. So they made one little pad higher than the other. Gave them some more armor down here. These these grenade launchers around the thigh are wild to me, but hey, it's Darkline. You know what I'm saying? He's part of the weapons, and he letting rounds loose. We got the pouch coming across the chest, so that is different. Instead of coming down and around, it actually patches down, go all the way around the body. They added some the gauntlets with like some metal pieces over the hands versus just like a solid hand. And then he's kind of got like a green skin tone. So I'm looking at the hands. So his hands is green, but you can see his eyes are green up under there as well. So I don't know if these are like gloves or just metal pieces just on top of his hand. But overall, I mean, solid update to the figure. Originally released in 1989, and the classified release was 2025. And let's take a look at what Darkline came with. Darkline came with the alternate head sculpt with the tongue hanging out. I will not be using this head sculpt at all. I'm keeping them as OG as possible. I would wish that if they did add it, I mean, a pink tongue would be real crazy, but it's like all silver piece. It's nicely detailed, nicely done, but I definitely will not be having this head sculpt on there. He comes with a pistol. He comes with some very nice blades. So he has a knife here. Then he has a very nice sword with the sheath here, very nicely detailed. With the leather wrapping, you see the stitching going across, some nice detail on the metal pieces here. The sword beautifully done with the red ruby in there, nicely done detailing on the handle, leather wrapped. I like that as well. Of course, Darkline in this super heavy gun here he totes around. And again, that's a very solid figure across the board and a very nice update from the original release in 1989. And let's take an in-hand look at Darkline. So moving them up. I like that they muted the colors on this guy. You know what I mean? Because I mean, 90s, early was at 89. So right before like the super neons and things like that, Ninja Force 90s. They had some wild colors, and I'm glad they muted. It all works. This all works together very well. We got, like I said, the army green on top of burgundy with a pumpkin orange color as well. Nice gold hits, nice gold and silver hits detail on the boots. Pinless joints for this guy as well. Articulation across the board is pretty standard. Head sculpt looks very good, as you can see right here. So this is like a mask. We got some nice silver hits here. Silver vented mask on the front with the little vent detail in there. Some little filters on the side here as well. Eyes look really good. You can see them popping right out of there. Not even glowing. It's just a nicely done paint job. You can do that. And you can see the eyes just popping out of there. Excuse me. Then we have a shoulder blade here. Very nice touch was there as well. Pistol holster on the back. And then moving down. So that is pretty much it, man. For Darkline, I'm glad we are getting him. I'm glad that we received him. Just trying to build again, trying to get all the sub team members together, and I'm hoping we get some more announcements for a lot of these sub team members because we're missing a lot of figures, as you will see. So going back into the slide, and that's pretty much for all the classified figures that made it so far for Iron Grenadiers. So now we're going to take a look at the figures that have not made it just yet into the classified line. So we don't even got the Iron Grenadier Destro yet. So as you can see here, we have the Iron Grenadier Destro, and I think this is going to be a great figure once released. There has been talk about the spoiler being released as well, and I can see this being about the size of Serpentor's vehicle as well. So I can definitely see this one being classified, being a deluxe figure. When will we see him? I don't know. I don't know if he'll be like an exclusive or he'll be just made available, for mainline. But we're definitely missing him. Again, released in 1988. But we had so many Destros so far, right? We had the Money Bag Destro. with the leopard print. You know, we got the original Destro. We also had, did we have any other ones? I feel like we had like 3 or 4 Destros already, at least 3. But yeah, we messing this guy. And I think this is going to be an amazing drop when he officially releases on Classified. Moving to the next figure, we have Nullifier. So Nullifier came with the AGP, the anti-gravity pod. This is I could see this one as well being a vehicle that could be made for Classified. Nullifier in this version from 1988. This doesn't look like a real complicated figure that can be updated. He's kind of just it's kind of a boring figure when you look at it. I mean, you just see an all plastic, you know what I'm saying, Classified figure. I don't know how they will update them. Maybe some different hits of the tan just to give, you know what I'm saying, just to give some different, some variety to them, some depth to this figure. I even see like, well, this one has like, it doesn't show it here, but it looked like it was a visor, like a magenta visor that went over there. So that can just add some more pop to it as well. Let me know if you guys would like to see Nullifier released as a part of the Classified line. But he was released in 1988 and yes, yet to be announced for Classified. Moving on to the next, Ferret. Ferret I can definitely see coming. He will not probably come with the Demon though. And the Demon with the dual elevating multi-ordnance neutralizer. I could just see this guy being on the shelf next to the rest of the Iron Grenadiers. I think this will be a dope figure to add to Classified. Again, I don't think he would come with such a vehicle like the Demon. He'll probably be just a solo release figure. The original was released in 1988. I would like to see this guy. I would like to see him in Classified for sure. Let me know what you guys think. Voltar, we definitely got to get Voltar in Classified. If we don't, he's just like, in my opinion, he's like one of the top 3. You know what I'm saying? It's like, or 4, you have Destro, of course, you have Metalhead, Darkline, and you just think of Voltar as well. So we definitely leave Voltar added to the line. I don't know when we'll get him, but I know he's going to be a hit. Especially he has his what is this? A Raven? Not a Raven. I'm not thinking about it. It is a Vulture, right? Vulture. So he definitely would come with the Vulture as, you know what I'm saying, as the pet. He needs to be in Classified. I could see him clear as day. You know what I mean? And this will be a dope addition. I can't wait to see. I'm putting it out there. I can't wait to see Voltar a part of Classified because we gonna get him. Originally released in 1989 as well. Annihilator. He was one of my favorites when I had him back in the day, 1989 when he was released. I could see this guy being Classified. He doesn't look like a super complicated character. Probably a new chest piece, legs. You could probably redo the holsters. And maybe the boots. They could probably do something with the boots. At this point, they got so many figures, they could probably finagle a couple things. But this is a really kind of like a unique piece all around. No other figure I don't recall having pieces like this in the line. So it might be a little bit of new tooling for this guy. But Annihilator can definitely be added. I could definitely see it like little fun things like the backpack with the helicopter. I could see the Classified team being interested in doing things like that as well. Target, another figure that I can see being in Classified line. Again, they have like this nice little rocket pack on the back. Not complicated figure, all black. Some nice little web gear on here. Do we need them? Probably not. I don't think they'll go this deep. Or they could because Target, I think he only had an O-ring release. I don't think he got like a modern era release or anything like that. So this would be a great time to add him back into the line versus Annihilator because we did get a modern version of Annihilator. But Target, he could probably be added to the Classified line. I could see that. Again, like I said, with these little pieces like this, with the little rockets and packs like that, those, I mean, sell it for as a deluxe figure and he'll be good to go. You know what I mean? Originally licensed in 1989. And this is Wild Boar. This would definitely not be a vehicle unless it is a HasLab. Um, the Demon, it looked too complicated for it to be like a HasLab for the tooling for that. But this, I can definitely see probably be a HasLab. We don't know what we're going to have against the Snowcat right now, but Destro's Razorback is definitely something I could probably see. It'll probably be a little bit more. Just I'm looking at the 8 wheels on this thing. It looks like it's a large figure. I mean, it fit 3 people. But that would have to definitely be like a HasLab. I don't think Razorback, the driver himself, would be a figure. I mean, he looked really simple as well. Orange and black character. Generic kind of head sculpt. I wouldn't want to see him. I think it'd be a waste in the line. So I don't think Wild Boar, I wouldn't like to see him. That's somebody they can pass on as well. Originally released in 1989. Let me know what you guys think about Wild Boar. Undertow. So Undertow, we could definitely get him in classified. Added for sure. We got, we already got some of the more of the underwater characters. We definitely add Undertow to the line. You got a lot of things that we can add. I mean, with the fins, a lot of the tooling already is here that we can make Undertow with. I could see just like a new head sculpt, maybe, or a new mask being added onto him. Yeah, I like to see him just so we can have a Frogman for the Iron Grenadiers, originally released in 1990. And out of nowhere, we had Iron Grenadier Roddy Piper. We probably won't never get this guy in the classified form, but he was released in 2007 with the G.I. Joe convention. I just want to definitely throw that in there because he was a part of the Iron Grenadier. He was an Iron Grenadier trainer. So solid figure. And I think this guy's still going for a lot of money too, as a collectible between not only G.I. Joes, but for wrestling fans as well. And this guy's pretty much carded everywhere. If you got your hands on this one, you got your hands on a good piece of collectibles right here. And we got, I'm pretty sure, like the last of the vehicles for the Iron Grenadiers, which is the Destro's Dominator. This looks like it's a helicopter, but it looks like Tank converts it to a thundering helicopter. Yeah, that'll be a classified HasLab for sure. That would definitely be a HasLab for sure. A thing that transforms into a tank and a helicopter. That's super dope. Let me know if you guys had this and you see Metalhead and look like Wild Boar man in this thing. But yeah, this was a dope concept from back in the day. Again, just going through these sub-team series and just looking at all the vehicles that they had, man, it was like the boxes and the figures just everywhere when you go into your toy store. It's just nostalgia, man. It's just amazing time, and kind of take it for granted now. You know what I mean? But hey, this was dope. But as a HasLab, probably not. Or if they did do it, I don't know if it would convert from one vehicle to another. Maybe making it the tank, since we just kind of got the Rattler. Maybe it can be the tank version, which will be this one. And it can come with a couple characters and probably some unlocks. You know what I mean? So here's the modern era version of all the Iron Grenadiers that came out. So here's where I'm pretty sure they got the inspiration for the classified Iron Grenadiers, because these guys had the trench coats right here. So you got the Iron Grenadier. Here's the modern version of the Annihilator, modern version of Voltar. The first time we got Sergeant Major here, which we can definitely get since we got the tooling for the classified Iron Grenadiers. I can see the trench coat is a little bit longer though, but I mean, it's just a new head sculpt with a beret. Now, that's an easy way to get Sergeant Major in the classified line. We have Dark Line here, and there was actually like 2 versions of Dark Line that were it's one from 2012, and then another one G.I. Joe Club released in 2017, I believe. So there's two versions of Modern Era Dark Lines out here. Then you had the Iron Grenadier and the Burgundy, and another heavier Iron Grenadier here with the gray coat. So we had those three versions of Iron Grenadiers, and then down here you get the Undertow Officer, which this was a female figure right here. Then you have Undertow Modern Era, General Mayhem. I think that would be another nice addition to Classified. I would love to see the head sculpt on this guy. Even how they updated model. I think this will be a great addition to Classified. But we got him in Modern Era. Here was Metalhead. I think this was nicely done. He did not have the rockets on the side. Did he have the rockets? I don't think he had the rockets on the side. I think he just had them up on his shoulders. And we have Iron Anvil, which was a nice addition to the Modern Era as well. And these were all part of like the JoeCon and Joe conventions and things like that from the Collectors Club when they released here. And here is just like all the Iron Grenadier members across the board that we had. As you see, we see all the figures from 88, from 89, from 90. Then 2003, we had these Iron Grenadiers, and I think this was like the which era was this? I don't want to. Was it the Valor versus Venom era? Where we had these figures. Then in 2011, the 50th anniversary, we had those heavy Iron Grenadiers. These were really dope. We had they had the big machine guns and everything, had all the armor on them. So that was another great addition. And I can definitely see those. Now, if they made those guys, the heavy armor Iron Grenadiers in the colorway of the black, gold, and red, I think those would be great additions. In 2000 and as we go up, 2005. Yeah, 2005, we have Destro, General Mayhem, Iron Anvil, Iron Grenadier, Metalhead. And you can see them in the black, red, and gray colorway. Here, 2006, you have Nullifier in a black and red version and a black and blue version. Roddy Piper, 2007, we had a whole bunch of different versions of Destro. I think these were from the comic packs and the original packs from the 25th anniversary. So we had all 4 different versions here. Iron Grenadier in 2 different colorways, a purple and a red. Then 2012, the convention, you had the Annihilator Dark Line, the Grenadiers, which we just looked at, Sergeant Major Duncan, Voltar. 2015 convention, you have Mayhem, the Annihilators, Iron Anvil, Iron Officer, Metalhead, Undertow Officer. And then again, in 2017, you had Dark Line, another version. But that is pretty much it for the Iron Grenadiers. We have went over. This was our 4th episode. I appreciate you guys for checking out these episodes, man. These sub-team episodes. They've been fun putting all this stuff together, just for myself as well. And I hope you guys are learning a lot about these sub-teams, just like I am. Again, I was born in 82, so G.I. Joe was full steam ahead. By the time I started really getting into them about 86, 87, a lot of lore and things. I thought they were just cool figures, but a lot of lore, a lot of stuff I missed like that. So just being able to dig back, see the Iron Grenadiers, what figures, what came out, and which ones are missing from Classified. You know what I'm saying? Did they get modern era versions and things like that? So this has been an amazing venture so far, and I'm looking forward to the next one. I hope you guys stick around for episode 5. Episode 5 is going to be another good one. We're going to go back to the Joe side for episode 5. But I appreciate you guys for sharing, subscribing, and just checking out the videos. Until the next episode or the next review, I'll catch you then. Peace.